Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Mission Pluto. This is a 2015 documentary, 44 minutes long, and it is tells the story of Pluto in a sense, building up to the arrival of a New Horizons spacecraft, heading to the planet and hoping to get a quick pick. Yeah, it's it is. By the way, I need to say these things. Clyde Tombaugh is the man who discovered Pluto in 1930, and kind of the cool thing about this, they reveal at the end, but I'm going to spoil it for you anyway. His ashes are on that spacecraft. Yeah, his ashes. The man who discovered it. Unfortunately not alive, and of course the ship itself would not be able to carry a live human being, and honestly you wouldn't want to be there. It was launched in 2006. It took about 9 years to travel about more than a billion miles. It's a long trip, so yeah, he might not have wanted to be alive for that kind of trip, unless we had like Star Trek ships. That would be cool. There's a reason why, like, all the Star Trek ships all these years have never really had an adventure taking place on Pluto, even though it was discovered in 1930. It's because we didn't know what it looked like. We really had, even with the Hubble space telescope, it was the blurriest of pixelated messes that we really didn't have a good grasp on. And that's what this mission to Pluto is all about. It's just to understand the distance and the needs of sending this craft about 25 times the distance away from the Earth than Mars is to the Earth. 25 times. It gets so little light, it gets so little heat, it's so far out there. Well, you'll have to watch the documentary to understand what it's about. It's hosted by Jason Silva. I think he's in Brain Games. He's been in a number of sort of kind of game show, documentary show, reality show kind of things, that he's acting as host. He's sitting in the middle of New York City talking to a camera while people are walking around him going, what is this guy talking about? He's on the edge of Bryant Park. He's over down on Broadway. He's all over the place. It's kind of neat to see the 2015 version of New York City. Not that it was that long ago, 9 years ago, but still. So this is a little bit dated. The only thing, and I unfortunately saw this as I was watching it, I was doing all my research, getting all the stuff together to be able to post this later. Somebody made the comment that, yeah, it's all build up with no finish, because yes, this documentary is literally the lead-in to the moment in which any chance of seeing something coming back from this mission is presented. So it's the biggest letdown. If you're hoping that oh my gosh, they're building up to all this, to talk about the controversy of how Pluto was sort of taken away as a member of the 9 planets. But the cool thing is they explain why in a way that I didn't really fully understand before. And that's kind of cool. So they're building up to all this information, all this knowledge, everything else. Sorry about that. My phone's almost dead. So they're building up to all this stuff, and then they're like, hey, they're going to discover something, maybe, hopefully it'll be cool. And all this kind of tension leading up to it is telling us, oh, yeah, the chances of them getting some shots are like, imagine 2 cars passing along a deserted roadway, and somebody has a camera pointed one direction, and then they have to turn it at the last second to make sure that it's pointing in the right direction and hopefully get a shot as it's passing without a proper field of vision. What are the odds that they're going to get something good? Pretty slim. They tried this out in real time in this sequence here. Didn't work out well. So But the science behind it, you get to see a lot of people who've worked on this and how they get excited about just the chance to look at the last planet, or former planet, dwarf planet. They'll explain all of that. Even have a few shots from Big Bang Theory thrown in there, just for fun. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, of course, shows up at some point. But everybody else that the interview are literally working on this. And of course, there's dramatic music to really build up the tension to nothing. I mean, it's something. I did check to see what they got. I looked, I had to Google it. So when you watch this, then go to Google and search, what did the Pluto mission, what did they see in 2015? Just say Pluto, Mission Pluto 2015 images, and you'll see what they got. And it's pretty dang fantastic. So there's a heart on Pluto. About this, it's a gigantic sheet of methane ice. I'm not sure what it is, but you'll have to look it up, and if it's your kind of thing, yeah, you'll definitely want to check this out, see what they saw. But yeah, don't expect this thing to give you the answer. It just gives you a lot of other answers leading up to it, and I really appreciated the way they described the reason why Pluto is not seen as a planet anymore. It makes sense. It actually does make sense. To a certain degree. Because the attitude is, if they had to count that as a planet, how about all the other bodies that are the same size and general shape that are all around it? The thousands of them. Yeah. By the way, Pluto's about the size of Alaska, which is big on Earth, but it ain't big compared to planets. So, yeah. So before my battery dies, let's pick tomorrow's episode. 305. Keep tricking me with that last switcheroo. 305. Come on. Don't die on me. Oh my gosh. We got not a documentary. I think we've seen the Christmas special for this show. We have not seen the actual show. So we're going to watch, it's a series. I believe it's from France. A lot of French stuff this week. And we're going to watch one episode. I'm sure we'll get the gist of it, unless there's something special about the second episode. But we're going to be watching Weekend Family. Yeah. Yeah. I've watched the Christmas special. I think at Christmas time I picked it. But Weekend Family is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.